Hey, Moondoggers, come on into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. That's what Alan Freed would have called you in 1951 when he first went on the air here in Cleveland and coined the expression rock and roll. So come on, follow me. Let's go in and see the house that Rock built. When you walk into the building, I think you're first struck by the expansiveness of the interior space of I.M. Pei's design. But then I think you immediately start to see some of the artifacts. We've got clothing, we've got original lyrics, we've got interactive kiosks where you can listen to music for 9 hours without hearing the same song twice. We've got 5 hours of film. There's virtually something for everybody inside this museum.
It's very impressive. It makes my heart really race when I can see some of these amazing artifacts.
As I was walking in here, I walked by the original mixing board that was in the Abbey Road Studios.
Each genre of music is represented here. The early days of Elvis, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, all the way up to Zeppelin, the British Invasion, Ramones.
You're going to find something here that just snatches a bit of your history. If you've been here before, come again, because Cleveland has changed. It's a continually changing thing like rock and roll is.
When you come into the museum, you're struck by the stage behind me, where I can tell you some of the greatest stars of rock and roll have appeared. Everybody from Paul Simon, John Mayer, Robert Plant, Billy Preston, Cyndi Lauper, Eric Burdon, Ivy Page, Alicia Keys, Solomon Burke, Bonnie Raitt, Pete Seeger, Marky Ramone, and the list goes on and on. As a not-for-profit institution, our mission is really twofold. One, it's about preserving this art form, but it's also about educating the world on the impact that it's had culturally and historically.
One of the great things about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is their educational wing, and that's something that we've been very supportive of.
Going through the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like going through the past of America, present, and what's coming up.
Get a slice of American history, musically.
You hear in the songs, and you have a visual picture.
I think it's a fantastic, uplifting place. It's a real monument to plurality and diversity in our country. I think every high school U.S. history student should see it.
So much information to take in.
It's a lot of learning to do, a lot of lessons in there.
This art form has moved and changed people around the world and continues to challenge them every day in the way they think, the type of clothes they wear, and the type of world they want to live in.
Get the 2-day pass, because, it's hard to take it all in one day.
I would love to just stay here for a week, have a little room with a bed, get up and walk around and come back to the room and get up the next day and look around again.
On an annual basis, we have almost 500,000 people a year come to Cleveland, come to the museum. They've also found out once they've arrived here is the enormous amount of cultural assets that we have in this town. We're not far from the Cleveland Museum of Art, Cleveland Orchestra, arguably the finest orchestra in America, the Science Center next to us, the Botanical Garden, the Zoo, the Museum of Natural History, Playhouse Square, the second largest performing arts center in America. Besides all the great cultural institutions, we sit right here on one of the great bodies of water, Lake Erie. And not to mention the 3 major sports franchises are all within walking distance of the museum. So I urge you to come here, but make sure when you do, you block out enough time to see it all, because it's not just about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's about Cleveland.
This was history worth taking care of and preserving. And to me, that's a wonderful thing, and it's right here in the city where it all began.
We're just excited that Cleveland stepped up and did what it's done here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum.
Hi there, this is Eric Burdon. Make sure you stop by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a great experience.
Believe me, it's just as good as the Grand Canyon.
Well worth traveling to.
We drove almost 500 miles to get here.
It's quite a place.
It's better than Disneyland.
This is the center of the universe.
And you walk out and you're dazed in a positive way.
I'm Dusty Hill with ZZ Top. You need to get up and come to Cleveland to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's right here, and you'll see everything you want to see, even me.
there you have it. I urge you all to come to Cleveland and come to the real home of rock and roll. Come to the temple. Come to where it all resides. And you're going to see the only museum in the world dedicated to the preservation of an art form that we all dearly love called rock and roll.
Come to Cleveland. Come to the Rock Hall. I'll be waiting for you.